once again, thank you for your continued support of USCA Athletics, the Peach Belt Conference, and the positive game environment that is the NCAA Division II. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Convocation Center on the campus of USCA for today's volleyball match featuring the visiting Lander Bearcats and your USCA Pacers. Let's meet the teams. First for Lander, wearing number 1, Riley Willard. Wearing the libero jersey number 2, Emmy Cheek. Number 6, Annie Salias Savelio. Number 7, Kristen Block. Number 8, Sam Almar. Number 9, Carson Browning. Number 10, Alyssa Tegler. Number 11, Quinn Butler. Number 13, Sophia Schneider. Number 15, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week, Katie Miller. Number 16, Amelia May. Number 21, Kamaria Curry. Number 22, Tyra Lissenby. And number 23, Andrea Crawford. The head coach is Catherine Settle. The assistant coach is Meredith Hollinger. And the other graduate assistant coach is Sheo Ashiru. Now let's meet your USA Pacers. Wearing number 1, Ella Huckle. Number 3, Anna Kate Loftus. Number 4, Haley Meyer. Number 6, Madison Fox. Number 7, Bailey Corrigan. Number 8, Anna Summer. Wearing the stylish libero jersey, number 9, Kira Bostic. Number 11, Cindy Hogan. Number 12, Cami Mitrovich. Number 13, Avery Pearson. Number 15, Tucker Patterson. Number 16, Leilani Brown. Number 18, Chloe Duzanek. Number 20, Lexi Rogers. Number 22, Allie Bishop. Number 23, Haley Liskowski. And number 33, Brandon Westby. The head coach of the Pacers, Glenn Cox. The assistant coach, Kelsey Sperlin Yarborough. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise as you are able as we honor America and those who defend our freedom both at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the USCA Convocation Center for today's Peach Belt Conference volleyball match featuring the visiting Lander Bearcats and your USCA Pacers. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on this Friday evening. Pacers coming into today's contest with a 10-10 overall record. They sit at 3-4 in the Peach Belt Conference. Lander, on the other hand, is 12-7 overall with a 4-3 mark in the Peach Belt Conference. Last time these two teams met, it was up at Lander, and USCA came away with a 3-0 sweep of the Bearcats. However, a lot has changed since then. Lander has not dropped a match. They've won their last 4 in a row, including victories over Flagler, which the Pacers struggled with in their recent matches. They dropped back-to-back matches to the Saints down in Florida, both in 3 straight sets. So we'll see if the Pacers can turn the tide a little bit, get some mojo back on their side. Lander, on the other hand, trying to keep the winning streak alive. Lander will get the ball to start us off. It'll be Quinn Butler at the service line. Butler serves it on its way, and we are underway. Sydney Hogan with the quick setup, tapped on over the block, dug up nicely. Set on the far side for Katie Miller, and Katie Miller striking first here in the first. Katie Miller, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week, picks up the first point of the match. Received by Chloe Duzenak. Hogan will set it for Anna Kate Loftus. That attack dug in the back row by Emmy Cheek. Set up, attack down the middle, bounces around. Pacers keep the ball alive. Anna Kate Loftus. Ooh, this is going to be tough for Lander. Kept on up and sent on over by the libero Cheek. Pacers working around to their own end. Set up for Allie Bishop. Dug up by the Bearcats nicely. High bump set. Miller's just going to send this over with a bump. Duzenak's the first to play it. Hogan with the quick set. Here's the attack from Loftus. And Anna Kate Loftus puts one down for the kill. Serve is in to Sam Allward. Set for Miller, and ooh, a misfire on Katie Miller. Not something you see that happens often, but the Pacers will take the point on the unforced error. Loftus again with serve. Short set, tip, blocked at the net, kept alive though. Duzenak starts it up again. Set, attack down the middle, dug up by Cheek. Another set for Miller on the far end. Hogan is there. Set for Allie Bishop. She runs into the defense. Pacers work it around. Back over for Duzenak. Nice dig in the back end. Set up high into the air. It's Eneselina Savalio, and Savalio finding the back row for a kill. Emmy Cheek will head to the line to serve now for Lander. All tied at 2. Serve is into Duzenak. Hogan with the set. The attack is into the block and down. Anna Summer picking up the point. Pacers will go back on the serve as Summer goes to the line. Kira Bostic checks out for USCA as they bring in Avery Pearson for the front row. Short serve by Summer, worked around by the Bearcats. Over to Miller, through the block. Anna Summer getting the dig. Hogan, plenty of time to set for Duzenak. Into the block and down. Chloe Duzenak with the kill. Summer's serve into the back row. It's met by Allward. Set for Miller. Miller's attack pinballs through the defense. And it'll be a kill for number 15 in blue. Savalio will head to the line to serve for Lander. Serve on its way. Met by Loftus. Hogan will set, attack from Bishop, and that one is stuffed. Miller got the hand on it. I think they're also going to credit Amelia May as she jumped at the same time. That one was all Katie Miller with the block. Lander takes the point. Duzenak plays it. Hogan rushes to set it. This one will be swung on over. Savalio tips it, and they're going to call her on an illegal attack. And the Pacers take the point. Bailey Corrigan checks into the match for USCA. So does Madison Fox. Fox going to the line to serve, up by 1. And we got to pause here as the officials check with the scoring table. Fox's serve is met by Butler. Set up for Carson Browning. She tips it over the defense and down. The diving effort of Duzenak wasn't enough. Browning picks up the kill. Lander gets the point. Miller at the line. And we have another pause as they head to the scoring table again. Now Miller gets the go-ahead. Serve is met by Bostic. Set up here for Corrigan, and Corrigan spins it through the defense for a kill. Ball was spinning like a top, and that was all it needed to get through the block. It'll be Duzenak to serve for USCA. Good serve into Riley Willard. Set for Miller. Miller just sends it over with a bump. Fox will set. Attack from Corrigan. Diving dig by Cheek keeps the play alive. Another attack from Browning, and Carson Browning finding the back row for a kill. Amelia May on serve, and she'll serve it on out. Pacers will take the free point to retake the lead at 7-6. Serve from Bostic, met by Willard. Set up for Browning. Over the block. Pacers work it around. Attack from Anna Summer, and Anna Summer finding the corner for a kill. We'll send the libero Kira Bostic to the line for USCA. Serve received by Willard. Quick short set. Pinballed, and it's going to get blown dead. Ball handling error is the call on the floor. Lander takes the point. Kind of hard to get a clean set when the ball is bouncing around like that. Sam Allwart will go to the line to serve for the Bearcats. 8-7 the score. Pacers up by 1 here in the first set. Serve just gets over. Loftus receives. Fox sets. Corrigan on the attack. Dice dig. Kept alive and sent over by Savalio. Corrigan meets it. Attack from Summer. Dug up by Cheek. Set for Miller. Miller's attack. Dug up by Duzenak. Fox shovels it on over. Madison Fox. Nice job reading the defense for the Pacers setter. She picks up the kill for her effort. The Pacers back on serve. Sydney Hogan to the line. Hogan sends her serve on in. Cheek will receive. Savalio sets it up for Willard. Dug up nicely by Bostic. Anna Kate Loftus on the attack. Miller meets it in the back row. Savalio tips it over. Hogan gets a touch, and now Anna Summer will bump it over. Cheek starts it. Savalio sets it. Attack from Tegler. Worked around by the Pacers. Over for Allie Bishop. Allie Bishop finds an opening for the kill. Hogan serving to the corner again. Savalillo sets it for Willard. Willard runs into the defense and knocks it off the block for a kill. Butler returns to the line to serve. Be received by Bostic. Hogan will set it. Attack and kill. Anna Summer on the right side, driving one home for the point. Anna Kate Loftus floats her serve in, received by Butler. Savalillo sets it for Miller, and Katie Miller rifles one down for the point. The serve from Emmy Cheek. Duzenak receives. Hogan will set it. Allie Bishop on the attack. Tipped over the blockers. Cheek is there to get it. Runs into the block again and rolls over the shoulders of Amelia May. That definitely counts as more than one touch. The point will go to the Pacers. Halfway through this first set, it's USCA 12, Lander 9. Short serve from Summer. Received by Allwart. Attack from Butler. Dug up by Hogan. Summer sets it up for Duzenak. Duzenak looking for the back row. It's met by Butler. Savalillo sets for Miller. Miller going right at Anna Summer. She was able to block it. Jump ball at the net. Tip back over to the Pacers side. They'll work it around. Duzenak gives it a swing and swings right into the net. With a point for the Bearcats. And they may credit Amelia May with a block on the play. I'll have to take a look at the official stats to see. And a Selena Savalillo at the line. Duzenak receives. Hogan will set it up. Attack. Blocked but kept alive by the Pacers. Over onto the right side, Allie Bishop, and Allie Bishop finds an opening for the kill. Fox back from the bench to serve. Fox's serve. Received by Butler. Savalillo sets for Miller. Bostic gets the dig. Jump ball at the net. Pearson got a hand on it. Sends it back to Bostic. Pushed over by Duzenak into the corner. It's Butler. Savalillo sets. Attack from Browning. Dug up, but not clean enough. Fox made a good effort, but couldn't keep it true as the ball was shanked out into the crowd. So Browning will pick up the kill as a result. Pacer lead cut back to 2. Something over at the scoring table must be absolutely fascinating, as we've had a lot of delays when they check on the official rotation. Miller on serve as we get back to it. Bostic receives. Fox sets. Pearson on the attack. Tips it over the block. Lander sets it on up again. It's Willard on the attack. Bostic right there in the back row. Jump ball at the net. Pearson got a hand on it. Savalio will set for Browning. Browning sends it in for Fox, who gets the dig. Bostic sets. Attack from Corrigan, and Corrigan's attack was just a tad long. Lander will take the point. Serve just broke at the last minute to hit the line. A service ace for Katie Miller, and we are tied at 13. And that draws a timeout from the Pacer bench. 13-all is your score here in the first set. We'll be back in just a minute. Timeout comes to a close. We'll get back to the volleyball action. Lander serving, tied at 13. Katie Miller at the line. Miller's serve is into Duzenak. Fox has to hustle to set this up, crashes into the press box, and unfortunately the Pacers can't keep it. Can't keep it in play, so the point goes to Lander. Good effort there by Fox. Pacers work it around. Set for Corrigan. Corrigan just gets it over the net. Lander recovers nicely. Attack from Miller, dug nicely by Fox for Corrigan on the right side. Savalio getting the dig there. Cheek will set it up. Attack from Browning. Gets over the block. Fox meets it. Bostic sets for Duzenak into the block. Cheek digs that one. Set for Miller up the middle. Anna-Kate Loftus got a hand on it. Goes right back to the Lander side. Quick set, attack, and kill. The short set and the kill for Amelia May, and Lander now in front by 2. Fox with the setup. Attack from Duzenak, and Chloe Duzenak powers through the block for a kill. Pace is able to halt the run. Pull back within 1. Duzenak's serve is to Miller. Savalio sets for Browning, and Browning went right at the defense and picks up a kill. There's a time for power and there's a time for finesse, and that was a time for power as Browning gets the serve back over to the Lander side. Crystal Locke at the line serving. Ooh, and she serves it right into the net. Free point for the Pacers, and they will gladly accept. Akira Bostic to the line for USCA. Good movement on the serve. Miller gets a hand on it. Pacers try to make him pay. It's sent right back in. Duzenak will set it. Loftus on the attack. She tips it in for Cheek. Set here for Browning, and Browning with another bullet right at Fox. Picks up the kill. Lander setting Browning a lot more recently, and it's paying off. So Sam Allwart will serve. Browning has stepped off to the bench. I'm sure the Pacers are mighty happy to see her step off for a spell. Duzenak receives. The set, tipped by Summer. Set up here, down the middle. Attack gets dug up by Fox. Corrigan tips it over the block. Cheek makes a nice diving dig on it. Pacers work it around in their end. Loftus on the attack. Push back to the Pacers side. Fox gets a play on it. Set up again for Loftus. Loftus looking for the back row and finding it for the kill. Both teams continuing to trade blows as we creep into the latter stages of the set. Sydney Hogan will serve for USCA now. Hogan serve to Cheek. Savalio sets it. Attack from Tegler, right back into the Landers side and pushed over. They're going to blow it dead, though. Ball handling error or illegal attack. What's the call? No, net violation. There were two options, and it was the third. So 17 all your score. Hogan serve into Allwart. Savalio sets for Miller. Miller's attack, looking for the back line. She just finds it. Miller picking up the kill by micrometers as that ball just landed in. Butler serves it up. Duzenak receives. Hogan comes over to set it. Bishop on the attack. Allie Bishop with a nice swing picks up the kill. Loftus to serve. Her serve into the corner. It's met by Butler. Savalio sets for Miller, and Miller's attack again just finds the back line for a kill. Amelia May back onto the floor for Lander. She takes over for Tegler. Serve is going to be a service ace. Bostic had some trouble with it. And Emmy Cheek puts the Bearcats back in front by 2. 20-18 now your score late in the first set. Cheek serves it right back up. This time it's cleanly received. Hogan setting for Duzenak. Duzenak looks back row. It's met by Butler. Set for Miller. Miller tipped into the block. Hogan is there. Bostic will set for Bishop. Allie Bishop off the blockers. It'll be dug by Allwart. Quick set. The attack gets through, but Bostic is there. Another short set for Anna Summer, and Anna Summer fires it down for a point. Summer serves it on up. Allwart receives. Short set, tipped over. There is Summer to dig it. Set up for Duzenak. Duzenak looking for the back corner. It's found by Cheek. Attack from Miller, and Miller able to knock it off the blockers and down just out of the reach of Loftus for a kill. Savalio with serve. Bostic receives. Hogan has to set it at an awkward angle, and it's going to drop down on the Pacers' side. Point belongs to Lander. Their lead is now 3. And I think Coach Glenn Cox is arguing that Lander reached a little too far over the net. The play will stand as called. 22-19 the score. Serve into Loftus. Hogan will set for Duzenak. Duzenak's attack, dug in the back row by Butler. Set up for Miller again. Miller, that's dug up by Duzenak. Bostic sets, bumped over by Bishop. Cheek gets it started for Lander. On the near side, it's Browning. Pacers able to work it around. Hogan sets for Bishop again. Into the block. Cheek makes an effort, and Cheek's diving effort not going to be enough as Allie Bishop picks up the kill. Fox on serve. Good movement on the serve. Butler receives. Set up. Savalio to Browning. Dug up by Bostic. Miller gives it a swing. Met in the back row by Loftus. Up for Duzenak. Duzenak looking corner and missed it by about a foot and a half. Oh, now 23-20. Lander looks to close this one out, but they're going to have to wait for the timeout. Pacers taking the timeout. We'll go to the break as well. Be back 23-20. Lander leads. Timeout comes to a close. We'll get back to the action. Lander needing only 2 points to close out the first set. Pacers need 5 as Katie Miller serves for the visitors. Miller with serve, and she puts it right into the net. Just the way the Pacers drew it up in the timeout. We'll take the point and take over on serve. Will be Duzenak at the line. Duzenak floats it into Miller. Savalio sets it for Willard, and Willard gets it to go down right in front of both Duzenak and Bostic. Some good spin on that ball. And it is set point Lander, 24-21. Crystal Locke will head back onto the floor to serve now. And that one is into Bostic. Fox with set. Attack from Pearson. Avery Pearson putting that one down on a line for a kill. Big scorching swing from number 13 in white. Makes it set point number 2, Lander, 24-22. Bostic serving again. Into Willard. Savalio sets it back up for Willard, and Willard gets it through the block for the kill. And that will close out the first set, 25-22. Lander takes set number 1 to go up 1-0. Teams will switch sides. We will take a break and be back in 3 minutes for the second set. Don't go anywhere. we move on into set number 2, let's take a look at a couple of the numbers here. Katie Miller leading the field with 7 kills on 20 swings for a .300 hitting percentage. Carson Browning also having an excellent night on the floor, 5 of 10 for a .500 hitting percentage. Those are your kills leaders, your offensive leaders for Lander. For the Pacers, it's Allie Bishop with 4 kills on 12 swings, and Anna Summer with 4 kills on 9 attempts for a .444 hitting percentage. On the defensive side of things, Emmy Cheek leading the field with 11 digs. On the Pacers side, it's Kira Bostic with 7, followed closely by Chloe Duzanak's 6. Pacers will get the serve to start us off. It'll be Sydney Hogan at the line. Cheek will receive, and it's a service ace. Sydney Hogan starts us off with a bang, picking up the ace and picking up the point. Serve received by Allward. The setup for Miller. Good swing and able to get it down in front of Bostic for the kill. Emmy Cheek on serve to her counterpart in Bostic. Hogan sets for Anna Summer, and Anna Summer's attack missed wide. The point goes to Lander. Serve goes into Duzenak. Bostic sets for Loftus, and Anna Kate Loftus finds an open corner for the kill. Short floater of a serve, and it's going to be a service ace for Anna Kate Loftus. Lander was not expecting that ball to be as short as it was. Second service ace of the set for the Pacers. Hard serve, played by Allward. Savalio sets it for Miller. Oh! A good swing from Miller. She had everybody fooled there. Savalio will serve now for Lander, tied at 3 here in the second set. Just gets it over the net. Hogan sets for Bishop through the block. Cheek is there. Savalio sets. Attack on the right side. Hogan gets the dig. Bostic sets for Bishop. That one's into the block, and it's down. Allie Bishop gets the kill. Pacers get the point. It'll be Anna Summer to serve. Floats it on into Miller. Set back for, it was either Miller or Browning. Couldn't catch it on my angle. PA says it's Miller, so we'll say it's Miller as well. Picks up the kill. Lander ties it up at 4. Katie Miller to serve. Bostic receives. Hogan sets. Bishop on the attack. Goes over the block. It's met by Savalio. Cheek sets it for Willard. Willard through the defense. Hogan is there. Bostic over for Duzenak. Duzenak, oh, Miller gets down and digs it. Bishop gives it a tap. Cheek is there to get the dig. Another set attack on into Loftus. Back over to the Lander side. They'll work it around Cheek. Sets for Browning. Browning, oh, Bostic gets a good dig there. Loftus gives it an attack. That's one dug up by Savalio. Back to the Pacers side. And Avery Pearson puts an end to that one, slamming it down for a kill. Fox coming back onto the floor. Tucker Patterson checking into the match for the first time today. Fox with serve. Cheek will receive. Savalio sets it. Miller just pushes it on over. Loftus gets it started. Fox will set. Tipped by Duzenak. Lander works it around. All the way over for Willard. Bostic is there. Over to the Landers side, and it's going to land out. Point will go to the Bearcats. Crystal Lock back onto the floor to serve for Lander, all tied at 5. Hard serve to Loftus. Fox will set it up for Pearson. Pearson gets it through the block. It's worked around by the Bearcats. Over for Willard, and Willard's attack hits the antenna. Pacers take the point on the error. Much like the first set, a lot of back and forth action here in the second set. Duzenak serve. That one's going to soar out through the back end. Point goes to Lander. We'll hand the ball to Allwart to serve. And her serve goes off of the net, off of Pearson and out. Service ace for Sam Allwart. And now Lander out in front, 7-6. And easy come, easy go. Serve goes out. Service error follows the ace. We're tied at 7. Urabostic serves to Cheek. Savalio sets for Willard, and Willard sends that one right at Loftus. He couldn't get a good dig on it for the kill. So it'll be Quinn Butler to serve. Her serve is long. Point goes right back to the Pacers. And we apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. The Convocation Center experienced a brief power outage, which threw everything completely off, including the broadcast. But we are back again here in set number 2 between Lander and USCA, all tied at 16 apiece. Both teams have been pretty much doing the same thing they've been doing all day long, trading blows. As Chloe Duzenak fires one through the block to pick up the kill, USCA can back out in front by 1. Madison Fox will move to the line to serve for the Pacers. And her serve comes on into Willard. Set up attack on the far side. It's going to be Browning picking up the kill. Crystal Locke at the line serving for Lander. Her serve into Loftus, and that one goes off to the side. That'll be a service ace for Locke, and Lander's in front 18-17. Hard serve, and again, Loftus has some trouble with it. Back-to-back service aces for Locke. Go right at Loftus again. This time, she was able to receive it cleanly, and they'll send it on over. Lander will work it around. Savalio sets for Browning, and Browning's attack is well wide of its mark. Pacers will take the point. Duzenak on serve, goes it to Miller. Set attack and a rocket from Alyssa Tegler. Pacers in desperation mode on that play, just hoping it would pinball the right way, and it did not. Allward on serve. Fox with the short set. Pearson's attack dug up by Allward. Another short set from Lander this time. Jump ball at the net, and it drops down. Point goes to Lander. I think they're going to score that one for Alyssa Tegler. 21-18 now the score. Lander in front by 3 late in the second set. And it's going to pinball around, and Bostic does a nice job keeping the play alive. Bostic again making a nice move on it. Fox is able to set it back up, and they'll send it over on the hand of Patterson. Attack from Willard. Bostic got under it, but it's going to soar out. And Lander gets another point, 22-18 now. Pacers playing on their heels most of that point. Pacers trying to argue, looking for a ball handling error. And the argument falls on deaf ears. We'll play on. Serve into Bostic. It'll be Fox to set it for Patterson. Patterson sends that one out. Point for the Bearcats. And a timeout taken from the Pacer bench. 23-18, the Bearcats lead here in the second set, looking to go up 2-0. And welcome back, folks. The final points of the second set just about to get underway as Lander leads 23-18. Sam Allwart continuing at the line. And she's going to send it on out. Pacers take the point out of the timeout. Now 23-19 as Bostic serves. Received by Allwart. Set for Willard. That runs into the defense. Lander keeps it alive, and Willard gives it another swing into the block this time. Fox gets the dig. Attack here from Loftus. Miller got a hand under it. Lander somehow keeps it alive. Pacers work it in their end. Fox for Anna Summer, and Anna Summer fires it down for the kill. 23-20, Pacers clawing their way back into it. Floated serve in. Attack from Miller up the middle. Bostic got a hand under it. Fox brings it back into play. Attack here from Duzenek. Nice swing. Miller got a dig. Anna Summer on the attack, and Anna Summer picks up the kill. Bostic sends it. Play by Allwart. Savalio sets for Willard. Bostic right there to get a nice dig. Fox shovels it on over, and Madison Fox gets the kill. 23-22, the Pacers right back in it. Lander calls the timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Pacers trying to fight their way back in and tie this one up one set apiece. Well, it looks like Lander was going to walk away with this set late at 23-18, but all of a sudden the Pacers right back in it at 23-22, looking to tie this one up. Bostic serve into Miller. Set on up far side for Tegler, dug by Duzenak. Fox sets for Patterson. Patterson's attack, dug up by Allward. Attack from Miller. Fox is there. Bostic with plenty of time to set for Loftus. Over the block, Cheek is there. Quick set, runs into the block. Back over to the Pacers end. Bostic starts. Fox sets for Anna Summer, and Anna Summer picks up the kill. We are tied at 23 all. The serve just missed wide. The Pacers come all the way back only for a untimely service error to make it set point Lander 24-23. Riley Willard on serve. Bostic a little trouble with it. Patterson brings it back. Fox sends it over. Play will continue. Set on up for Miller, and Miller fires it down into the back row to end the Pacers' comeback hopes and take the second set 25-23. Well, the teams will once again switch sides. We'll take a short break, be back with the third set. Lander up 2-0 over USCA. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third set between USCA and Lander. Marcus Johnson here again, thanking you for joining us and sticking with us after the power surge cut the stream prematurely. But before we get into this third set, let's take a look at some of the numbers. It's been all Katie Miller on the Lander side, 12 kills on 40 swings to lead the offense. Next closest is Carson Browning with 8 kills on 16 swings, so she leads the team, or she and Riley Wood lead the team with an over 400 hitting percentage. Pacers, on the other hand, the leading killer is Anna Summer with 8 kills on 17 swings for an 853 hitting percentage. And a solid day for Anna Kate Loftus as she's picked up 4 kills on 15 total swings. Defensively for the Pacers, Kira Bostic leading the USCA squad with 15 digs, followed by Chloe Duzanek with 9. On the Lander side, Emmy Cheek with 19 digs through 2 sets of play, followed by Quinn Butler with 9. On double-double watch for today, Sydney Hogan with 11 assists and 8 digs, so she is in prime position to register the double-double. On the Lander side, Katie Miller is the only one really close to picking up double-digit scores in anything. She already has doubles in kills with 12 and has 5 digs on the match as well. All ready to get things back underway. Lander will serve. Riley Willard at the line. Hard serve to start us off. Hogan will set for Bishop. Goes for the tip, and that one is going to miss wide of the line. Point going to the Bearcats to start off the third. The serve in to Bailey Corrigan. Set up for Bishop. Bishop's attack is dug by Cheek. Savalio sets for Miller, goes for the finesse, dug up by the Pacers. Set for Summer, tipped on over. Allward is there to dig. Quick set here for Tegler, sent right back into the Bearcat end. Now Miller just tapping it on in. There's Anna Kate Loftus to play it. Hogan sets for Bishop. Bishop looking back row, and she will find it. Point goes to USCA on the tip. Loftus to the line for USCA now. Loftus' serve will be played by Butler. Savalio will set high for Miller. Miller's attack dug by Bostic. Hogan comes over to set. Quick set and kill. Anna Summer picking up the short set and knocking one down for the point. Loftus' serve goes into the net. And Lander ties it back up on the service error. Emmy Cheek to the line for Lander. Cheek serve, good to Corrigan. Hogan sets. Attack from Corrigan, looking for the corner, dug up by Butler. Set up for Miller. Miller runs into the block. Pacers work it around. Hogan sets for Corrigan again. Corrigan looking back row. This time she finds it for the kill.
Kill is the number 3.
Anna Summer at the line with the serve. Savalio backhands it over the net and picks up the point. Anna Summer making a nice diving effort on it, but not a lot she could do in that position. And Selena Savalio to serve. Serve into Corrigan. Hogan sets it up for Bishop. Bishop's attack. Savalio gets a dig back to the Pacers' side. Slapped down by Avery Pearson, who picks up the kill. Pacers will send Kimi Mitrovic to the line. She'll be seeing her first action of the night. Coach Cox trying to shake things up a little bit. His team down 2-0. Serve from Mitrovic is in for the ace. Good way to start your night for number 12 in white. And easy come, easy go, as they say. The serve goes into the net. Point goes to Lander. Katie Miller to the line to serve. Serve is into Loftus. Set up here for Duzenak through the block. Cheek gets the dig. Short set, attack from Amelia May. And she's going to find an opening for the kill. The serve to Loftus. Set on up for Duzenak, and Duzenak's attack is wide. Another point for the Bearcats. Miller will continue at the line. Her team now up 6-5. Serve in, and it's a service ace. The spin was too much for Corrigan, and now the Lander lead is 2. Serve played by Loftus. Jump ball at the net. Popped on up. And it's going to get downed on the Pacers' side. 4 touches is the call. Point goes to Lander. And a timeout taken by the USCA bench. It's 8-5. Lander leading in the third set, up 2-0. Back to the action. Lander serving 8-5 over the Pacers. And Miller will send it up and on its way. Bostic receives, set up for Pearson. Back over to the Pacers side, looking for the corner and just missing wide. And Lander takes the first point out of the break. Miller serves into Corrigan. Set up for Corrigan. That one through the block, met by Miller. Set up for Willard, and Willard's attack hits the line. It'll be another point for the Bearcats. And now Lander firing on all cylinders now, up by 5. Miller floats her serve in, and it just gets over. Corrigan made a good attempt on it, but could not catch up in time. Another point for Lander. Harder serve this time. Bostic receives it cleanly. They'll set for Corrigan. Off the blockers and down. Bailey Corrigan finally puts an end to the Lander run. And they'll take over on serve. And it will be Corrigan at the line serving. Set on up from Savalio, and that one, Browning going right at the defense and picking up a kill for her effort. Alyssa Tegler back onto the floor, as is Krista Locke. Locke going to the line to serve. Hard serve, too hard as it goes out the back end. Pacers take the point. Kira Bostic serving for USCA. Her team trailing by 5. And the serve into Willard. Short set, tipped over by Tegler. Pacers try to work it around, but they can't. Alyssa Tegler gets the kill. Lander gets the point. So Sam Allwart will go to the line now, serving 13-7. Bostic got a handle under it, and it'll get sent over by Corrigan. Lander works it around, over to Willard. Willard's attack goes right at Bailey Corrigan. I think she took that one off the face, and if not, it came pretty close. And they're just going to take a quick look at her, but they give her a clean bill of health. She's good to go. The point goes to Lander after all that. Serve right back at Corrigan. She plays it nicely. Up for Duzenak. Duzenak's nice hard attack. Lander able to work it around. Miller almost misfired, but she's able to recover. Pacers setting it for Duzenak again. Duzenak runs into the block. Another point for the Bearcats. Corrigan receives the serve. They'll set it up for Loftus, and Anna Kate Loftus finding the back row for a kill. Froze the defense. In a moment of indecision, Anna Kate Loftus gets the Pacers back on the board. Sydney Hogan and Bishop return to the floor. Hogan to the line to serve. Hogan's serve goes into Cheek. Set it up for Willard, and Willard is able to tap it into the defense for a kill. 16-8 now the score. Lander up. Willard's serve played by Loftus. Hogan sets it up for Loftus again, dug up by Cheek. Set for Miller. Katie Miller's attack goes off the hand of Bostic and out. Another kill for Katie Miller. The serve is shanked into the Pacer bench. It's a service ace for Willard and another point for Lander. And the serve is long. The Pacers take the point.
Substituting line at number 11, Butler. At the service line for USCA, and Kate Loftus.
Loftus on serve, floats it in short. Set up for Miller, and Miller runs into the defense. It is stuffed. Bishop and Anna Summer both went up, and Allie Bishop got her hands on it to pick up the block. The Loftus with the serve again into the back row, met by Butler. Set up for Butler. Her attack is received by Hogan. Bostic sets for Allie Bishop, dug up by Allward. Another set from Savalio to Miller, and Miller Picks up the kill off of Anna Kate Loftus for the point. Emmy Cheek with serve. Fast serve into Corrigan. Hogan setting it up for Corrigan again, and Corrigan runs into the block. Savalio and May should get credit for the block, as Lander's lead is now 10. And with that, we have a timeout taken by the Pacer bench. We'll take a break, be right back for the remainder of set number 3. Back from the timeout, Lander with a commanding 20-10 lead over the Pacers here in the third set, trying to sweep the Pacers and return the favor that USCA did to them at the beginning of the month on October 4th. Emmy Cheek serves it up to Corrigan. Hogan with the setup, attacked from deep in her own end from Loftus, pinballed a little bit. Lander runs into the block. It's Anna Summer with a solo stuff. And Lexi Rogers is going to check in. Rogers to serve for the Pacers. Floats it on in, played by May. Set for Miller, tapped over the block. Corrigan is there. Hogan sets up the middle for Loftus. Cheek gets a nice dig on it. Short set, attack, and kill from Amelia May. She went corner out of the reach of a diving Loftus. So Savalio will serve for Lander, again up by 10. Corrigan receives the serve. Set up for Pearson, worked around back by the Pacers, and eventually it dies. USCA never got a clean handle on it off the block. And the Lander lead is now 22-11. Hogan will set this up for Corrigan. Corrigan's attack is going to get blown dead. Net violation is the call. So a kill for Corrigan and a point for the Pacers. Mitrovic at the line serving for the Pacers. Her serve set for Miller. And Miller's attack hits the line for a kill. Another point for Lander. A reminder that these two teams will be back in action tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the next match. So a chance for the Pacers to possibly get their revenge as Miller serves it on up. Set up, attack way out through the back end. At that point easily goes to Lander, and we are at match point 24-12. Miller's serve into Bostic. Set it on up, tipped on over, played by Savalio. Cheek sets it for Willard, and Willard's attack dug by the Pacers. Short set, attack, Avery Pearson finds an opening for the kill. Corrigan will serve, match point number 2. Cheek receives. Savalio sets for Willard. Willard's attack, Corrigan digs it in the back row. Mitrovic sets, pushed on over by Duzenak. Lander works it back over to Willard, runs through the block and down. Willard picks up the kill as Lander takes the third set 25-13 to win it in straight sets against the Pacers. 25-22, 25-23, and 25-13 to complete the sweep. But once again, the Pacers and Bearcats will be back in action tomorrow. First serve scheduled for 1 o'clock p.m. Chance for the Pacers to win the rubber match against the Bearcats as the regular season series is tied 1 apiece. And the Pacers hit the road to take on UNC Pembroke on October the 28th at 4 o'clock p.m. before returning for Halloween volleyball here at the Convocation Center when they take on Middle Georgia. First serve scheduled for 6 o'clock on Halloween night. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this evening's match. I've been Marcus Johnson, and we will see you next time tomorrow at 1.